gotta tell you the truth. When it comes to bullshit, big time, major league bullshit, you have to stand in awe. In awe of the all-time champion of false promises and exaggerated claims, religion. No contest. No contest. Religion has actually convinced people that there's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. But he loves you. He loves you and he needs money. He always needs money. He's all powerful, all perfect, all knowing, and all wise. Somehow, just can't handle money. Religion takes in billions of dollars. They pay no taxes, and they always need a little more. Now, you talk about a good bullshit story. Holy shit. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Dying as you burn. You ever had one of those fucking days where you're holding a steak and everyone looks like a fucking piata? Let the fuckery commence. Have you ever had one of those?
Saying my way to school was a little different.
Now knock it off! All the stupid ass, grab ass, and touchy-feely bull. Goddamn! I told you they was rotten.
In a city wizard school?
This station's just a formality. Here's a bunch of stuff that we confiscated just this week. Stuff? You don't have to show them that. Here's a wand with a silencer on it. Why? But I ask again, why? One out of 5 girls in this school is pregnant with a demon baby. One out of 5? Okay. Ain't no denying it. The babies are evil. But the mothers, they're good kids. Hogwarts and Clorthos and Hogwarts. They go hand in hand. The best top 2 wizarding schools there are. But, out of these 2 schools, we each have a strength.
Saying my wizard school was a little different.
Hey. How you doing?
I don't have the energy for you today.
Hey.
Finish him.
You're the boss, mysterious voice.
Wait, dude, come on. Hey, stop that.
What? Just following orders, bro. You told me to finish him. I'd finish him.
Whoa, that is not what I meant. I meant, like, kill him.
Sorry, bud. Just my Hollywood instincts kicking in. I used to be in the movie skin industry, if you catch my dick. I was in porn. Tell me Johnny Cage isn't the most porn name ever. Sure you don't want me to suck this guy's dick?
No, just punch him or something.
It's just that he is hard as steel right now. And that is because his dick is literally coated in steel. Good thing I wore my money shot resistant glasses today, eh, voice? Voice?
Yeah, he's gone now.
Great. Get me a dental dam and a welding torch, bud. I got some work to do.
Toasty.
Please stay strong. What in the hell was that all about?
I just finished burning through my Forever Wick candle.
My balloon. Those are my balloons.
So in 2013, it was legalized in the United States to propagandize its citizens. What? Like, that's some scary third world stuff going on. That's the kind of stuff that people use to topple governments, to take away freedoms.
Yes, you heard that right. Almost a decade ago, propaganda was legalized in the United States with the passage of the Smith-Mundt Modernization Act, which you've probably never heard of. The Smith-Mundt Modernization Act was buried in the 2012 National Defense Authorization Act for a good reason, because it repealed the 1948 Smith-Mundt Act, which authorized the State Department and the mainstream media to engage in propagandizing foreign countries, but it prohibited releasing that same propaganda in America for public consumption. This
woman, she already had some kind of masculine features, like deeper voice, deeper whatever. She decided to be a man because she wanted to see how men were treated. Not sex change, an experiment. She ended up killing herself after like a year and a half of this because she said she was treated so horribly by women that she couldn't even believe that this is how men lived.
Men are suffering. They have different problems than women have, but they don't have it better.
And I was like, no fucking way. But I can see it. I can see that you guys don't speak up. You don't say the things that we need to hear because you want to love us. You want to support us. You want to be there for us. But you guys are supposed to be. You're supposed to be the strong one. You're supposed to be these things. And yet we've been fighting to be your equal, fighting to be the alpha. And out of kindness, you guys are stepping back, but it's a losing war for both of us.
Yeah.
This woman.
everything that I had.
nice guys are passive-aggressive, emotional, no core values, backstabbing, not great husbands, not protectors and providers. And then good men are savage servants, confident, capable men who will stand in the gap and be ferocious, but who will come home to their kids, lay down and let their kids crawl all over. There's nice guys and there's good men.
All about a matter of...
It's all about perspective.
It's all about perspective. And then
Doesn't the science say that if someone identifies as a woman, then they are?
No. I don't care if you think you're a sheepdog. It don't matter to me. Just don't come in and try to shove that shit down my throat.
If it makes someone feel better, what about their feelings?
I don't give a shit about their feelings. I'm old.
How do you know that you're a man?
How do I know that I'm a... I guess because I got a dick.
Doesn't
Guys, I put it back to read. Car's been stopped for quite some time. I'm gonna check it out. Excuse me. Have you been smoking any pot today? No. Well, you've been stopped here for 15 minutes. Can you tell me why that is?
We're waiting for the stop sign to turn green.
How high are you?
How are you?
No, I said, how high are you?
Hi, how are you? So friendly, babe.
Okay, I am going to have to conduct a pot sobriety test.
oh man, I'm too high for that.
Blow into this?
Hey, is that a breathalyzer?
No. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a few questions to determine your ability to drive. Why is a pizza box square when the pizza's a circle and all the little slices are tiny triangles? Which of these two snacks would you prefer? Chips or the cookie dough? Step out of the car, please. Let's go. Car's been stopping.
Oh, I love this company. Mysterious is my favorite. They have the coolest shit.
Good evening. In tonight's top story, local Kill Valley man Martin McFly is still missing after a week-long search. Witness reports.
Okay, so we all shit in the shower. What's your preferred method? Do you A,
Yes.
waffle stomp it down the drain? Or do you leave the toilet seat up?
Shit.
People do poo-poos in the shower.
No, the fuck we don't.
It's really fucking does as that.
Oh my god.
Oh no. No. The toilet is for poo-poos and wee-wees. What?
Oh, this lady cracks me the fuck up.
just gotta change my pants now because I've got a wee-wee. I peed myself.
Okay, so we all shit in the shower.
What's the matter, beautiful? You're meaner than a dog shitting tires.
We put everything into display. We could have retired in Hawaii.
I have been to Hawaii.
Which island?
Come on, I want to lay you.
I find you disgusting.
Well, just as long as you find me, dear. You want to join me, Miss Racket?
Oh.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I never told Twitter nothing but show me my sales and give me my phone call. I ain't never loving girl with her. Walk straight in the spot and make her take the thongs off. I ain't never, ever. Dipshit. Some good shit. Special shit. Old shit. Oh shit. No shit. Come on, chicken. That's some hot shit. Come on and get your shit together.
Wife, drive safe on your way home. I know you. What are you talking about? I always do.
You don't think I'm sensitive? Let me tell you something. I got more feelings in my left nut than you two schoolgirls put together. Here we go. I know what they say about me. I know what they say about guys like me. They say that we're pigs, right? That we're dogs.
In your defense, they don't exclude. I've been married for 5 years and my wife still 6.
Oh, that's right. They don't exclude. They say all men are pigs. All men are dogs. All men are scum. And they talk their little asses off. That created the Frankensteins they abhor. Frankenstein was a whore?
Take my wife out of this.
That's all you want, but I'm serious. Every womanizer, every player, every guy juggling 3 broads at the same time is only doing so out of fear. Fear of being crushed by a woman. Because one day, back in the day, they were not a player. They liked one girl, just one.
They gave it up to her, didn't
And they gave it up to her, that's right. They gave it up to her because they're little romantics back then. And they gave it up to the girl they love. And what happened? They got rocked, or they got crushed, or they got destroyed, they got cheated on, or laughed at, or something. And when they're finished picking up the little pieces of what was once their heart, you know what they said? Every single one of them made a vow.
Never to give it up again.
That's right, never to give it up again. But now we're talking about the real bastards here, the guys that break hearts occupationally. Because believe it or not, originally those cats were the most beautiful and the most romantic of all. And you know what happened? They're the ones that got hurt worst of all.
Because you never get over it.
You know, God, no! You never get over it. Yes, you recover. Things you don't think I'm sensitive? Let me tell you something. I got more feelings in my left nut than you two schoolgirls put together. Here we go.
How do you tell the difference between a purebred duck and an inbred duck? This is a purebred duck. And this duck is inbred. How do you tell?
The difference between me and you is that you're glorified for it, and I am burned at the stake for everything that I've been through. I'm seen as...
To never outshine your brothers. If my man's with me from day one and he supported me when nobody else did, I'm gonna make sure that anytime he ever around me, he never gonna go without. What the
Wow, it's a stinger.
Jimmy, I'm from the Dream Come True Fantasy Foundation. You ready to wrestle?
You bet. Mom, Dad, it's really him. Hold on. Now I'm ready.
Don't count on Sprite to do anything but quench your thirst.
Wow.
The nicer the guy, the more dangerous he is.
Who told you to tell all our business? Either way, since this cat's out the bag, understand this, that the nice guys are oftentimes most dangerous because it takes a lot of confidence to not have to put on a facade and show people who I am.
I don't need to scream power, I'm powerful, I'm strong in order for you to know this. Oftentimes, I don't even want you to see it because now I create unnecessary threats for myself that probably wouldn't have existed. Masquerading as if you're powerful is actually an insecurity. It takes a lot of confidence to be a big teddy bear with demons living on the inside of you. See, either you're going to live in heaven with me or you're going to live in hell with me. The only way that you will live on earth is if you stay out of my realm. And you decide. But
the nice guys, the nicer the guys.
No, stop. Get off. God. Do you have to breathe so loud?
Bruh, what? You forgot about Luchu. You know what? You're right. I know. Babe.
What? Fine.
The future certainly looks bright, but it isn't without its darker side. According to some predictions, obesity will likely run rampant, and political corruption will become so commonplace as to be accepted. People with nothing entertaining or informative to say will broadcast their demands for attention, and once beloved performers will become pushers of snake oil. Perhaps worst of all will be the emergence of a deadly and potentially devastating disease. Think of the last time that you contracted influenza. You were likely bedridden for days, having no appetite or desire to play games. Experts predict that by the year 2020, a new virus will rise, spreading from somewhere in Asia to the rest of the world. And with international travel being available to even the most common citizen, a sickness which would have been contained in years past will quickly spread to all corners of the globe. The future certainly looks...
Saying men should be dangerous. By dangerous, that implies I should be ready to threaten someone, to hurt somebody. No, you should be capable of it. But that doesn't mean you should use it. There's nothing to you otherwise.
Did I hurt your feelings? Do you think I give a fuck? I want you to be aware that I don't care, bitch, you're out of luck. Did I hurt your feelings?
Men love women far differently than women love men. Men love women for real. Women love men.
Women love men for real.
No, they don't. Women love men under the premise that they provide value. Men love women idealistically. Women tend to love men more from an opportunistic side. Men love women far...
I'm also very autistic. I'm also very autistic.
He died.
Yes, a bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions, certain expectations. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal.
I will prove it. Here's a modern day phone. Recognize it? Here's a phone from 150 years ago. Here's a car from today. And here's a car from 150 years ago. Here's a classroom of today. And here's a class we used 150 years ago. Now ain't that a shame? In literally more than a century, nothing has changed. Yet you claim to prepare students for the future? Well, with evidence like that, I must ask, you prepare students for the future or the past? I did a background check on you, and let the records show that you were made to train people to work in factories. I will prove it. Here's a modern day phone. Recognize it? Here's a phone from 150 years ago. Here's a car from today. And here's a car from 100.
Here's how you know if someone's your friend. A, you can tell them bad news, and they'll listen. They won't.
And release all of those sounds that are trapped in your mind. Sir, are you okay?
I'm a little messed up.
And release all of those sounds that are trapped in your mind. Sir, are you okay?
I'm a little messed up.
Still, any attempt to restrict drinking and driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic.
It's kind of getting common is when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least bring 1 or 2 beers.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you're driving. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Damn right, that's that undemocratic. What are they going to do next? Tell me I can't have sex with my cousin?
Still, any attempt to restrict.
I told your mom that I had to go to the bank. She told me to close it down. Posted up, sitting on the stoop, scrolling through my phone. Sometimes I get lost in the noise from the peaceful bedroom bed. I'll be missing for hours, but I'm just here on the kid. Every time I sit down, my legs fall asleep. I'll just be yanking and yanking new sheets. I'll be using up all the TV we own. Double flushing, hoping and praying it's gone. Who clogged the toilet? Wasn't me. Who left the TV unloaded? Wasn't me. Left the plunger soaking? Wasn't me. Who left the thing floating? Wasn't me.
What's up, y'all? Hey, what up, man?
It's Leviosa. Why not Leviosa? God.
Yo, she can Leviosa. Hey, man, look. It's the Reese's Puffs.
Pop.
The Jiggly Puffs.
Pop.
Puffin' stuff.
Pop.
The muffin stuff.
Slytherin.
What's up, y'all?
These shirts were made in the U.S., which means sizes
Run through the.
Falling so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on.
Safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be my one forever. You seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my arms forever. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart always.
With so much drama since I turned 40, waking up at night cause I have to pee. And now each day I live with my stomach jacked up like I ate 1,000 laxatives at night. Take a melatonin so I sleep tight. See that mask on so I breathe right. Gotta wear it each night or I snore like a train till the morning light. Take my blood pressure meds to help my heart. And I wake up my wife with some room and farts. But that's the way it is. Yeah. Ever since I turned 40 is how my body is. Gained 10 pounds if I eat the good food. Waist got big, that was super rude. Yeah, gonna take a nap after this. But before I go to sleep, I better go and take a whiz. Seems not the same after 40. What are we gonna do? Oh well, shout out to my old people problems crew.
I am tired of being a fucking man. I am tired of being something that I'm not for everyone else to be happy. I just want to be somebody who fucking matters. Somebody that everyone is happy to fucking see, happy to be around. Somebody who makes a fucking difference in life. No matter the sacrifices I make, no matter the time I give, no matter what I have to offer, it fucking does nothing. Nothing for me. I give and I give and I give, and people just take. What does that do for me? What the fuck does that do for me? It does absolutely not a damn thing. Absolutely not a fucking thing. Because to me, to everyone else, I'm a nobody. They see somebody like me, and they walk right over me. I am just somebody else that they just fucking met. I'm a fucking nobody. I'm not even...
My time has come. You must continue your journey without me.
What are you... What? How does it feel to drive a lifted truck? How does it...
You really a jack of all trades, or do you just have ADHD and you got kind of decent at everything? Listen, ma'am, I don't know you, but I don't really appreciate you. Calling me out.
Worst part of having ADHD for me is the hyper-attention to details that don't fucking matter. I can subject hop and project hop all day long, no problem following the dopamine. Meanwhile, I'm driven crazy by the fact that some lights make noise and some don't. Why is it I'll have the TV volume on 40, but I can still hear the beer in the beer can fizz? Why can I only watch TV with subtitles? Meanwhile, everyone assumes I'm deaf because they say something to me and I say, what? Not because I didn't hear them, it's because my brain couldn't process. And midway through them repeating it is when my brain processes what they said the first time. It's not that I'm deaf, it's just that my mind won't brain, but somehow my brain don't mind. Hit the like for the mild amusement and fall for the disappointment.
You really a jack of all trades, or do you just have ADHD and you got kind of decent at everything? Listen, ma'am, I don't know you, but I don't really appreciate you. Calling me out.
Worst part of having ADHD for me is the hyper-attention to details that don't fucking matter. I can
Fair enough. But what I even do, Transformers, Pokemon, you fucking child.
Ladies, it seems like y'all are really loving this trend. But if I'm being honest, it just shows how little you understand men. Because when you're meeting these older single men who are in a great place in their life, and you're wondering, why aren't they pursuing you to be in a relationship? There's two big reasons for that. One, he's already done that. If he's 30 plus and he's single, this is not his first rodeo. He has very likely spent the majority of his life pursuing women. You know, because he's probably taught that's how life is supposed to go. You find an amazing woman, you marry her, you live a great life together. But if he's single, that means 100% of those relationships didn't work out. And that leads us to reason number two. When you see that man focusing his time on Legos and Pokemon, what he's actually doing is putting himself first, making his own happiness the most important thing in his life. And ladies, you don't get to be a part of that without bringing some value. As we get older, we tend to focus on ourselves a lot more. And the bar for you to be a part of our lives is fucking sky high.
Fair enough. But what are you into? Transformers? Pokemon? You fucking child.
When y'all are saying that y'all used to drink from the hose, were sinks not an option?
Yes, to God's boats, of course, yes, we drank from it. You see, in our time, weren't actually permitted in the household because that's where the grown-ups lived. We, of course, were children. We lived in this feral world called the outside. Many children today don't understand how this outside works. They've never actually seen it except for to go to the car and back into the house. And it is a magical place, yes, but it is a hot place as well. And we would have to experience that of drinking from the water hose. You see, the younglings, the younger of us all, they were not the wise ones. They would stand there first, waiting, so thirsty for the delicious nectar from this hose. But this hose was a viper. For that first taste was hot, hotter than the sun, and it would spit directly in their face. The wisest of us all would wait back until the water became cooled, and then we would take our drink. But of course, you are correct. We did have to do this. They were tougher times indeed.
On your hands. I ain't never gonna get married.
You're gonna get married.
Well, sooner or later, there comes a point in a man's life when he's gotta face some facts. And one fact I gotta face is that whatever it is that women like, I ain't got it. I chased after enough girls in my life. I went to enough dances. I got hurt enough, but I don't want to get hurt no more. I just called up a girl this afternoon. I got a real brush on, boy. I figured I was past the point of being hurt, but that hurt. Some stupid woman who I didn't even want to call up. She gave me the brush. No, Ma, I don't want to go to the Stardust Ballroom because all that ever happened to me there was girls made me feel like I was a bug. I got feelings, you know. I have enough pain. No thanks, Ma. On your hands.
Going for the state Olympic record, John Flanagan. Oh my goodness gracious. That ball just went directly up his asshole. And I'm a little concerned because it went really far up there very quickly, which means it's a little loose down there. And we've had our questions about Flanagan. Oh my fucking God. And it's special all season.
supposed to know everything about the government because they're public servants. But everything is backward right now. And also look at the media. The media is supposed to be giving us the facts, and we should be formulating our opinions based on that information. Instead, the media gives us their opinions, and we're supposed to decipher whether that's a fact or not. Things are supposed to work is the government.
Hair on the walls again, I see. My wife's hair floating around me. It's like a sewer.
This African is doing amazing things. He invented an electric car that can run without a battery and without recharging, a television set that works perfectly without power, and a helicopter that flies without fuel. Maxwell Chikumbutso, a Zimbabwean, has shown that his genius can weaken the economies of the superpowers to the benefit of Africa. He has 3 assassination attempts to his credit. He invented a technology to turn radio frequencies into electricity. He applied for a patent for his work, but was repeatedly denied. The reason given is that he deviated from the laws of physics.
They've tried to kill this guy 3 times. They don't want free energy. They want to make money, and they'll do anything to keep it that way. Bottom line.
This African is doing amazing things. He invented an electric car that can run without a battery and without recharging, a television set that works perfectly without power, and a helicopter that flies without fuel. Maxwell Chikumbutso, a Zimbabwean, has shown that his genius can weaken the economies of the superpowers to the benefit of Africa. He has 3 assassination attempts to his credit. He invented it.
Okay.
Revelio.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm playing her. Okay.
An ex-Aura lives in a hamlet outside of Hogsmeade. I think I got quite like too.
I enjoy my weekly visits to Dogweed and Deathcap.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I'm not entirely in agreement with what you're saying, but I do...
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
So this time, I'm gonna go dueling class first.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them.
Oh, God.
As good a place as any to begin.
All right.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
I can't remember exactly where it is. I think it's just right over here.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Revelio. Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
The voice sounds nice sometimes, but when it gets that electric voice thing, it's weird.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I've solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Revelio. How many letters do you think Thompson
Alright, so this is the character where should I get is what I equipped, except for her school uniform. It's the only thing I'm not going to change right now. So it'll be the hat, the glasses, the scarf, and gloves. Everything else is going to stay the same. Well, I'll change the style, but it's not going to look different.
Revelio.
That's the last time I ever see my young friend.
Revelio.
I'm glad you don't have to communicate with it at all. It makes it so much easier.
Why do students always frown? Peace should burn the castle down. I will have you know that your so-called pets were found spinning webs in your mother's shoes this morning. This is ludicrous. I am putting my foot down quite literally on anything I see with a
Harsh.
Look at me!
Revelio. Revelio.
Yeah, I'm so glad you don't have to go up to it and like hit A or X or whatever.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
You also have to hold it. Doesn't say that. It says steady your wand. It doesn't say you have to hold it. You have to follow it around and hold it. That way you just can't just let it go.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier. So, now the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. Good form. This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly. If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Nice work.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Revelio.
Wait a minute, if it was 1870, is this like 1900s right now? Early 1900s? Late 1800s? That's not. I'm gonna go with late 1800s. Whoop. Confused myself. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yes, I am. Down. No, I was going. No? Am I going? Yeah, I'm going the right way now.
I still can't believe that.
But I don't want to go to Transquest yet.
Gareth, Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him.
Yes, but what do you...
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Lumos. Revelio.
Oh, not again.
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek.
These peeves will make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim! Whee!
I'll get you for this.
Did he just threaten a poltergeist? Just leave your books on the ground? Okay.
Revelio.
There's the one I think I need to push. Ooh, wrong way. That, and I would like to figure out how to get to the fucking medical ward. I haven't figured that out yet.
Make it. Lucan's just over there.
Can I help you? Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does crossed ones work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Perhaps one day I'll sign up for a round.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first crossed ones victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Revelio.
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
Just wait till I've grown a bit. Then we'll see how well you do.
Leviosa.
That and this one I'm going to try to avoid fast traveling unless I absolutely have to. Well, hello, kitty. Meow.
When I'm in Hogwarts, I always pay a visit to Dogweed and Deathcap. Although Madame Green can be a little fiery sometimes, so you definitely want to stay on her good side.
I always feel quite safe in Hogsmeade. It's your own fault if you come unstuck. That's what my mother would say. And certainly keep away from the Hog's Head. Most untoward.
Augustus Hill just wants you to buy something, no? He's always talking his game. And then look at his face if you don't buy something. He's like a child with an empty pillowcase on Christmas morn.
To be honest, anything I could get in Diagon Alley this year, I was able to find in Hogsmeade.
I'd love to have a house in one of the nearby hamlets. Imagine being able to pop into Hogsmeade for a butterbeer whenever you wanted.
I should have known better than to buy something from a child walking.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio! That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more. Or, that's it. Happens to the best of us. Splendid! Excellent control there. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Very good.
Watch this. Phew. Brilliant. Lisa. Yes.
Ooh. Can't believe that one stayed on there.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
That's it.
There we go.
Oh shit!
Don't lose your composure.
Damn it.
Here we go. Yes. You are not making this easy for me, are you?
I had to cheat, but I won. Sorry.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
I mean, technically it's not cheating, but it's not playing nice.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
I wonder how matchy it's gonna be.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word,
if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me,
That makes
Professor?
sense.
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Whoever decides headmaster of Hogwarts. And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boot and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Revelio.
I think Ren's brilliant. Only box with one.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait.
I really have made a mess of things.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did our meet tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go. Revelio. Revelio. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her. Revelio. Revelio. That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
I wouldn't do that to you, Cressida. Only trying to teach you to be a little more careful.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Okay, I'm getting something to eat. I'm starving. Oh man, I don't have a wand, so I can't even look at that. So it's gonna be there this whole time. Ridiculous. There we go. Ooh, Ravenclaws look sick. I like that one too. So I like Slytherins and Ravenclaws of that. Okay, I'll be back. Food time. Okay, I can play for a little bit longer. I got food coming. Well, cooking, not coming. I wish I had food coming. Wish I could afford to order food. Shit. Ooh, excuse me.
How we get into Black's office. Not that I'd want to go in, mind you.
Revelio. Leviosa.
I haven't met one that isn't Levioso, so.
Revelio.
Okay.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hackett and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streamer. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
I'm gonna stop. I'll play more tomorrow.